How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal in this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on the total for the daily, we did come up to the top of our flag, and we got retracted by both the top and our EMA level. So if we continue some downside from here, we could see further bearish momentum. Stochastic does want to push up, RSI is trying to push forward, VWAP's trying to gain strength, money flow is trying to push up, and the momentum is trying to push forward as well with the green dot. If our VWAP, that yellow wave, can remain bullish, then our momentum, that blue wave, will continue forward, and our money flow, the green wave, could make a bounce off this zero area, which is the neutral for all three of these. Then we could see price action continue forward, as that would signal that people are buying the asset rather than selling, and if we see money flow increasing and VWAP increasing, that will be positive for a continuation, and we could have a possible invalidation of this channel if we are lucky. So I would watch the lower time frames, watch for further bullish confirmation. We don't necessarily have to push forward. I would watch out. We have more bearish confirmation than bullish. Over on the 4 hour, we do have a rejection of the 300 EMA. If we continue lower from here, we could see a further bearish momentum, meaning sell-off. Stochastic does want round, RSI is pulling back, momentum is rounding with a double red dot, VWAP is coming down, and the money flow does want to reject neutral, so I would watch out and smash the like if you have now. Alright, remember we are using over on our indicators Market Saver B edits and Market Saver A free version. These are both free within TradingView, which is also free, just like this information. Over on the 2 hour and just like our Discord, which you should join. Our stochastic is pushing down, momentum's pulling back, RSI is selling off, and the stochastic and momentum do have a little bit of divergence here that could end up breaking us lower, so I would watch. We are seeing these indicators drop down while price pushes forward. It creates a bearish divergence where it kind of splits apart, and when you get that split apart, usually you do end up retracing. We are struggling to hold above our EMA here, so I would watch very closely. Our VWAP is in the bearish territory, money flow does want to pull back, and momentum is starting to take her away. So overall, the 2 hour is leaning a little more bearish, but it is still a bit bullish, so we could still run forward. Sorry, I hit the wrong key there. Over on the 1 hour, momentum is overall pulling back, RSI is pulling back, money flow is starting to push down. Our VWAP does have a bearish run with lower highs and lower lows. That could result in momentum continuing to push down, and money flow could then break bearish. That would then result in the higher time frame starting to break down, and we could see a rejection from this area if we're not careful. I would watch for a bounce towards the 300 EMA, and possibly a push forward from there. If we got pushed forward from there, we may be able to get a continuation forward. Over on Bitcoin Dominance for the daily, we are overall pushing down. That was a descending channel that did try to push us forward. Again, it's not very textbook. The bottoms are kind of broadening, so I wouldn't draw it as a descending channel, but we are trying to get bullish momentum either way. Stochastic does want to push up, RSI is pushing forward, VWAP does want to push up. We do have higher lows with higher highs. This would be what I would watch for. If that VWAP continues this bullish trend, we could continue forward. That could signal that Bitcoin could rise. We could see Bitcoin and total rise and dominance increase if Bitcoin increases more than total or all of our altcoins. The momentum does want to push up. We have a green dot here, so that does signal some strength. I would watch the lower time frame, so the lower time frame do need to continue this strength if we're going to continue to push up. Stochastic is starting to run away. Momentum does want to rise. We have a green dot here, so that could try to push us forward. VWAP is pushed down. I would watch very close. If our VWAP makes a higher low, we could get down forward, continue bullish momentum, then money flow could continue forward, and we would see a rise forward off of this EMA level, and that would be a continuation of bullish momentum then. Over on the 2 hour, RSI and stochastic want to push up, momentum is trying to curl, VWAP is crossing bullish, money flow is trying to bounce, so I would watch the VWAP very closely here. If the VWAP creates a bullish trend by getting higher highs with higher lows, that will push momentum forward, and money flow could remain bullish. If that does happen, we could see a rise forward and see those higher time frames start to push up as well. Over on the 1 hour, our VWAP did cross bullish, momentum is running forward. Stochastic's starting to curl. RSI does want to flatten out as it really doesn't have much further to go. But with the stochastic rebounding, that's good to see the RSI is relatively flat. VWAP does want to pull back. We do have higher highs. If we get higher lows, we have kind of consistent lows here. So we have higher highs. If we get higher lows from here, we could create a bullish trend that could try to push us up. However, if the VWAP breaks down, we get consistent lows, then get a lower high. We could create a new bearish trend still and push down. Again, watch the 300 EMA. That is going to be a critical support level for now until we are able to break away and start seeing these bands kind of spread apart. On Bitcoin futures for the daily, we are continuing forward. We are above our 61,790, so this could be very positive. If we can continue this momentum, we can push through the 65.5 like we said the other day. RSI wants to push up, so Stochastic's trying to run up. Momentum does have a double green dot. It does want to push forward, and the money flow is tapering out. But with that VWAP crossing bullish, momentum could push up, and our money flow could kind of flatten out here, remain bullish, and that would give us the possibility to still see a strong push toward that point of control if we're lucky. Over on the 4-hour here, we did come up towards several of our EMAs. We did break our 300 EMA. If we can stay above this EMA, that will be very positive. That could signal further bullish momentum. Stochastic's pretty maxed out. RSI wants to push up. Momentum is pushing higher. VWAP is in the bullish territory, and the money flow does want to hit that neutral. If it can cross through here, we could see it flip bullish, and then that would help push price action forward. Over on our 2-hour, you can see we had that flag possibility we called the other day. We got run up. We continued to push forward. Very positive. If we can continue forward from here and we can cross over the 300 EMAs, we may be able to break 65K and then continue forward. And as futures does lead Bitcoin, we would see Bitcoin do the same. Stochastic does want to round. Momentum wants to round. VWAP's pulling back here on the 2-hour. Our RSI is flat, and the money flow is slightly in the bearish territory. If our VWAP breaks down here, momentum could pull back, and the money flow could reject. However, if our VWAP bounces, we will have higher highs with higher lows. That will create a bullish trend, and then our money flow could flip bullish, solidifying the 4-hour and the daily. Over on the 1-hour, we are breaking our EMA, so very positive here as well. RSI is pushing up, momentum wants to push forward. VWAP is trying to remain bullish. Money flow is running forward, so as long as our VWAP remains bullish, momentum will continue forward, and our money flow will continue to push higher. With the 1 and 2-hour looking more bullish, we could see the 4 and daily start to push up as well. We see another decent rally. So I would again exercise caution if we pull back toward any of our EMA. So on Bitcoin for the daily, we are in a bit of a descending channel. These descending channels remain our overall bullish pattern. So we may be able to get a bit of a break up. This would be loosely connecting these. You could draw this forward if you want. That would connect these two bottoms better. This would be a fake breakout. Usually you do get manipulative moves within your trades. That way bears try to fake you out or bulls try to fake you out, and they try to make you think your move won't happen. Usually when you get your third touch to the top here, you do get your break forward. So over on the daily, we would want to see a breakout right around here. That could be a possibility of a break forward around 70K. With the futures possibility of 65K, that could be possible. But again, don't get greedy, don't go for the max move. Stochastic wants to run up, RSI is pushing forward, VWAP is running up, and momentum wants to push up. Again, if the lower EMAs, we start losing our 300 EMAs, we could invalidate this. We haven't broken out yet, so I would still watch. Over on the 4-hour, Stochastic is rolling away, RSI is pulling back, momentum is rounding, VWAP does want to break bearish, and the money flow is trying to retract neutral, so I would watch very closely. This could have us out to reject, but we are trying to break. If you look real close, this green candle technically broke us out. This red candle is right on the top of this channel. So if we continue to break up with the green candle next, we could see our 70K breakup. Again, I would watch along the way. We have other resistances you would want to be aware of, like 65K, and other psychological areas like 69K. that can end up breaking you away still. Over on the 2 hour, we are above our 300 EMA. This is positive. We tried to break it twice. If we can follow with strong green candles, this is a long lower shadow that could help push us forward. So this could be a retest of our channel, and then we could get a confirmation of the breakout if we get a couple green candles here. Momentum's pulling back, stochastic's pulling back, VWAP does want to pull back, and the money flow is pulling back. So despite the confirmation of a breakout possibility, if the VWAP rejects here, we could still break down and pull back in. Just like we got manipulative move down, we put those up too. Over on the 1 hour, we are trying to break forward. Momentum is overall pushing down. Our side's pulling back, stochastic's overall pushing down. VWAP is in bearish territory, and the money flow is starting to pull back. I would watch the VWAP closely. If it continues to favor bearishly here, we will see momentum continue lower. Money flow can continue to break down, and then we could pull back and break our 63K if we are unlucky. So I would still watch very closely and be aware of other support areas. Don't always go all in. DCA in, DCA out. Over on Grant for the daily, we do have a possibility of a double bottom here. A double bottom is where you get a move where you get a drop, then a rise, a drop, you get another rise, and then that would break you forward. So that would be very positive. Neckline would connect these drops and where this goes. Then you would drop from your neckline down to your head. You would apply that to your neckline up, and that would give you a break forward around 87,711. Stochastic does want to push up, VWAP wants to push up, momentum wants to gain strength. We have a green dot with bullish divergence, money flow is pushing forward. So the daily does look positive. I would watch the lower time frames, they need to remain positive. If we come up to the neckline and reject, we could see further bearish momentum, or we come up to our 300 EMA and reject, just like we did for this top right here. Momentum is pulling back, stochastic's pulling back, RSI is selling off, VWAP did break bearish, and the money flow is starting to curl. So I would exercise caution. A bit of a reversal arrow here that could end up breaking us down if we are not careful as well. Over on the 2 hour, we are struggling with our 300 EMA. If we reject it here, we could start to slide and see the higher time frames break down. Stochastic's pulling back, RSI is rounding away, momentum is pulling back, VWAP is in the bearish territory with slightly lower highs and lower lows, so that is a slight bearish trend that is bringing momentum down and weakening the money flow. So I would watch very closely. Again, if we break away from possibly this 27,418, then we may see further bearish momentum here. Over on this 1 hour, we are getting a little bit of consolidation, so we could have a flag forming here if we're lucky. I would say this is like a freak break up and a freak break down. Kind of narrow that flag a little. You don't want to go for the full break up anyway. That flag could end up pushing us all the way up to around that resistance area, right around that 31,015, right around where our neckline would be for our double bottom possibility as well. We do have a manipulation X that does want to pull us back. RSI is pulling back. Momentum did break into the bearish territory. Our V1 is favoring bearish, but we have higher lows. If we can get a higher high, we could create a new bullish trend to help push us forward. So I would watch, but the double bottom possibility could get validated if we continue to consolidate, because we could consolidate and break down. Remember, no patterns are 100%. There's no guarantees in trading. Over on Anchor for the daily, we did try to hit our point control, and we are kind of stalling out here, so I would watch very close. Stochastic does want to run up. RSI is struggling. VWAP wants to break bullish. Momentum wants to run forward with the green dot, so I would watch. Our money flow does want to push up. If the VWAP can remain bullish, our money flow could continue forward with our momentum rounding up. However, if our VWAP breaks down here, we could see further downside. Over on the 4 hour, we are above that 300 EMA. That is positive. If we can continue to break these EMAs and continue forward and break our 5172, we could see further bullish momentum that could try to push up, that could try to push us right around with that previous consolidation where we broke at 58. So if we're able to break 51 and hold, that would be our next area we could run up to. Because it does our round, we have our orange but blue, so I would watch. RSI is pulling back, momentum is rounding with the red dot. VWAP is breaking bearish, and the money flow does want to round as well. Overall, the 4 hour looks a little iffy, like it could start to break down. Over on the 2 hour, we do have a bit of a rising channel forming. Rising channels, like we say on Mastering the Trade, do break you down. Stochastic is pulling back, RSI is dropping down, momentum has bearish divergence, VWAP is breaking down. We have lower highs with lower lows, that's a bearish trend. Money flow could pull back. So overall, the 2 hours not very positive. We did break our 300 EMA and we are continuing lower. If this continues and we break our other lower EMAs, we could start a new bearish trend here if we're not careful. Over on the 1 hour, we are trying to bounce off the 300 EMA. If we can bounce here and then get a higher high and break 51.72, we could have further bullish momentum, but I would watch very closely. Our VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is bearish, money flow is coming down, RSI is coming down with that stochastic favoring the bearish territory. So overall, we are pulling back. I would watch if we can bounce off the EMA. If we can bounce off this EMA, then we would be able to continue forward and see that break of the 51.72 and possible push to 58. However, if we break this EMA, we will see further sell-off and a possible push down toward our 42. Over on XRP for the daily, we did try to hit our resistance area of our 54 like we said, and we got rejected. Stochastic wants around, RSI is going flat, VWAP is trying to curl, momentum is trying to curl, and that money flow is still in the bearish territory. So I would watch the lower time frames. We could have a rejection and further bearish momentum. Over on the 4 hour, we have the polarized channel. That is the bearish standard that brings it down if you watch the trade. Stochastic is coming down, RSI is coming down, momentum is rounding, VWAP is breaking through the bearish territory, momentum is trying to close that money flow to take off. So overall, that VWAP momentum and money flow could break down and start to weaken price action here, further pushing us down toward that 52 like we're visiting right around here. If we break that 52 area, then we would be able to reverse our 48. If we break that 48, we have our 38 still. Over on the 2 hour, we did break the 300 EMA, hit our 54, and we got rejected by both. We are starting to curl away. If we lose this blue EMA, we could start a bearish trend and see these EMA start to reject away again. So that's a good going back. We might have to find with bearish divergence. VWAP is lower lows, which is highs to a slight bearish trend, which is weakening up that money flow and causing price action to start to sell off. So overall, we still exercise caution. Over on the 1 hour, we are rejecting this EMA. We are starting to see a bearish cross. This could cause us to drop lower. Momentum is pushed down. We did break through the bearish territory. VWAP is favoring bearish with lower lows and lower highs, and the money flow is starting to break down. If our VWAP cannot cross into the bullish territory and remain there with bullish favor, we will see the bears start to gain control and attempt to break our 300 EMA right around that 52. So I would exercise caution. Again, that's a critical support range as well. So we have several things going on down there. Over on algo for the daily, we do have a bit of a slanted double bottom. This could probably take us up to around the 28.48 if we are lucky. This is a bit of a drop from right here. I will not draw it because I don't like drawing slanted ones like this. VWAP is trying to push up, Stochastic is trying to push up, RSI is continuing forward, and the momentum does want to gain strength. So overall, that is positive. But we are struggling with that 300 EMA. If we break that 300 EMA on the lower time frames or start rejecting other EMAs, we could start to slide down. Our momentum does want to round here on the 4 hour. VWAP does want to break down. We did try to break bullish. We are kind of iffy on that. If we round away here and see a lower low, we will have a bearish trend. That bearish trend will cause momentum to round. That money flow will sell off, and that will bring price action back down toward that 16.18 if we're not careful. Over on the 2 hour, we are trying to break our Fibonacci area. If we break this Fibonacci area, we could continue lower. Stochastic is rounding away. We have bearish divergence. RSI is pulling back. Momentum has bearish divergence. VWAP wants to break down, and the money flow is trying to round. So overall, I would exercise caution. We do have a rejection of our EMA here. So if we continue to reject our 300 EMA, we could see further bearish momentum. Remember, that is a pretty critical area to hold. Over on the 1 hour, we are above it. We did make a bounce. We continued forward, but now we're pulling back, and the 2 hour did reject. So I would watch very closely. The 1 hour needs to break our Fibonacci range and continue forward if the 2 hour is going to break through that EMA level. Our RSI is trying to push down, stochastic's pushing down, momentum is rounding, and the VWAP is bearish. That is causing the money flow to come back down. So if that VWAP remains bearish with these lower lows and lower highs, we will see momentum come down. That money flow could then flip bearish, and that could lead us to lower price action. So again, I would watch for that and a break of that 300 EMA. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night.